Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope I have an undisturbed minute right now to make a little bit of an update. You guys have to understand that I want to catch these earthquakes before they fade away on the map, and so I'm not always in the best situation to come and make a video for you guys, and sometimes I just don't have the patience or I don't want to do it, or I don't have the time to, or sometimes you hear dogs barking. I'm sorry about that, but I wanted to get on while I do have a minute and just take a look at the map and tell you guys what I'm thinking about what's going on. I haven't seen the map really today, so I've briefly looked over it, but we're going to kind of discover it together, and my reaction will be as I'm thinking it'll be a live reaction. So, to start with, let's start up at top with Alaska. Now, the other day I said that Alaska was really quiet, and that was weird, and definitely not quiet today. We have a lot of activity going on. And we have a lot of bigger activity going on. Let's just take a look at 2.9. That's pretty normal. 3.7, that's a little bit higher than normal. 4.6, definitely higher than normal. Another 4.6, I believe, right on top of this one. Yes, another 4.6 right on top. That's definitely higher than normal. That's a moderate earthquake, I would say. A 4.0, higher than normal. 2.6, pretty normal. 2.0, pretty normal. 2.7, I'm not going to do all of these dots. I don't want you to bore you to death. The point is, we have significant energy from Alaska that's traveling down today. So we will take that into consideration as we're making a forecast, you and I together, because like I said, I'm going to do this kind of live. I haven't really looked at the map yet today. I'm just going to briefly look over a few of these. A 2.18, a 2.7, pretty normal. It looks like that's pretty normal, those earthquakes. I knew my dogs would start barking or something during this video. Kinsey, you don't have to bark too. Be quiet. 2.1, pretty normal. This is near Ridgecrest. 2.2, pretty normal. I'm going to pause this for a minute until they stop barking. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Hopefully they don't start barking again. My boyfriend is playing with them in the garage, and so they're barking at him. Anyways, let's continue on. Kind of forgot where I was at, but let's try to figure it out. Let's see. We were looking at Ridgecrest, an area that a lot of people have been watching, but it looks like today there's I'm sorry, you can still hear my dogs. I apologize. Let's just continue on. A 2.2 and a 2.1, that's pretty normal activity for the Ridgecrest area. That's an area that a lot of people have been watching lately. We had a 3.8 out to the north of the Nevada sequence, which just tells me that energy is pulling in new areas. This might be an area that we want to keep an eye on. Well, in general, I think that all of this area would be an area that you would want to keep an eye on. Just because energy has been shifting and transferring in so many different ways, and so much energy is being dispersed. I mean, a 4.0 today. A few days ago we had a 5.6, and those are not small earthquakes. A 5.6 is a moderate to large earthquake. So in general, the whole area wouldn't hurt to watch the whole area. These are the aftershocks of the Nevada sequence that happened about a month ago now. It looks like today is a very quiet day, and the last time that I said that it was quiet, what happened was the energy moved to the east. It does not look like that's happening right now, and I don't necessarily expect it to. I'm not forecasting it to. I'm just saying that that was the pattern last time I don't see anything necessarily suspicious in California going on, but that does not mean that something's not going to happen. I know a lot of people have been watching California very closely, especially the last month. What I do notice is there is a lot of silence again in North California and South Oregon and the Washington area. We did have an earthquake up here in Canada, which is always a signature indicator that there is energy flowing downwards along brain fart. What is it called? The North American caldera? No, it's not that. North American brain fart. I'm so sorry. Basically, this mountain range, you can tell when it's going to come down, because if you have something up here, it'll come down through the North American. Forget it. Okay, let's continue on. Let's see what might come into Alaska maybe tomorrow. A different forecast, a 4.8 in Japan, a 3.8. Nothing too big, but I would expect Alaska to stay kind of active tomorrow, not as active as today. Let's see. I told you guys that more earthquakes would pop up in this area, and they did, and they've kind of faded away since. I told you guys that it would push its way out to this area, and it has, into the Indonesian area. I told you that. Let's take a look at this one. This one is a 5.6. The depth is 10 kilometers, so it's not very deep. So that means it's not going to induce too many earthquakes in the surrounding area. I do expect it to come upward, and it'll probably come in as a few more moderate earthquakes in Japan, kind of like these that are happening, a 4.8 and a 4.5, and up here a 3.8. I expect this kind of activity to continue to happen in the next few days. And this is all according to the Dutch SINS method. Kind of, and also I do put my own intuition into it sometimes. And of course it's going to follow along the plate boundaries into Alaska and down into the USA from there. And my focus is usually the USA. I usually don't do other places. I follow the Ring of Fire. Hold on, just let me pause this. I do follow the Ring of Fire because it helps me forecast for the USA, but I'm not going to do the rest of the world today. Sometimes I get into it. I know some stuff has been going on with Greece over here. I know that it's called, let me just take a look. It's called the, how cute is that? Okay, sorry about that, guys. The Ionian Sea has been receiving activities today. My dog is being so cute right now. And activity today. And this has kind of come from the Greece sequence that we had about a week and a half ago. It's just kind of transferred down. I would not be surprised if a larger earthquake happened where this cluster is happening now. I think these are 4 quakes. This is something that will come in the next week or so. Hold on again. Let me just pause. Sorry about that. My boyfriend keeps passing by me, and he's kind of loud. He's on his phone, so I just wanted to pause the video again. But in general, so yes, I would expect an earthquake to pop up in this area within the next week or so. Probably within the next couple of days, actually, but I would give it as many as a week. I'm not going to forecast anywhere else. I think that I have covered basically everything that I wanted to say for what's going on. The western states in general are all under watch by me. You guys know that I've said that a few times. And California isn't necessarily too suspicious today, but it is very silent, so maybe it is. And I hope you've enjoyed this short forecast. Thank you for letting me make it brief, and I didn't want to make an update, but I know that it's time sensitive. I have to do it before these dots fade away and change, and before shifts happen. So this is kind of like a brief forecast. I do try to make daily updates, even sometimes a few times a day. And so be sure to subscribe if you want to follow along my videos. And until next time, I hope everybody's having a good day. Bye.